Good morning, everyone. It's Lola over at Be Kind Botanicals, and for today's Q&A Wednesday, I thought I would hop on and just talk a little bit about books because I do get asked pretty regularly what books I tend to refer to the most or use the most of, and it really depends on what I'm doing. And I know for a lot of you, especially if you remember starting out or you are just starting out, there's so much information on the World Wide Web. It can be absolutely overwhelming and so difficult to figure out where to get valuable information. Well, the one thing that all of us can agree on is essential oil safety really does have its place. So for that reason, this book, which you can see I have a million tabs all over it, I use it the most, and this is very easy to get. You can get it on Amazon. A lot of times they're running a discount on it, but the Essential Oil Safety book is hands down the one book that stays out. I never put this book away. It will either be laying next to my computer or it'll be standing up in my little book nook that I have on my desk. And I only keep 3 or 4 books there. So, and this is one of those books that I keep because I literally use it on a daily basis. There's so much good information in there. And I have found once you start getting used to utilizing that book, you know exactly where to go to find the information you need. You understand how to use it as a reference tool. And it really is one of the best reference tools out there for anyone. The other book that I keep out on my book desk or on my little book nook corner on my desk is this book. It's Anne Harmon's Harvest to Hydrosol. It's not available anywhere except I think the Naha bookstore right now. And that is because she is coming out with a second edition. It's really, really exciting. I know when she told us about it in the workshop she had last year over the summer, we were all just we were dying to get it then because there's so much good stuff that Anne teaches when it comes to how to really make a hydrosol, what goes into it, and really how to know a quality hydrosol, how to get a quality still, all that good stuff. So this book I keep with me, especially during distilling season, which just started for me here. So that's my second book. And if you really want to dig into hydrosols, you should get that book because it teaches you so much. She goes over some graphs and things in there that you wouldn't just be able to find anywhere online. The other book that I really, really, really like, it's not kept on my desks because I'm terrified that I'm going to misplace my cool little holder that I have for it, is Laura Cantelli's Aromatherapy and Essential Oils Handbook. And this book has some amazing recipes in it. It's got a little bit of everything in terms of, what is the oil, what might some safety concerns be, and a possible recipe to use with it. She wrote this book with, Naris Pershan. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but she wrote this book with that person, and you can get this pretty much anywhere, just like Robert's book. And it's one of those that it's a great reference tool, just like Robert's, but it's more applicable. Now, there's certain things like I wouldn't tell anyone to take some Himalayan salts and add some essential oils to it and throw that in the bath, because that kind of stuff we know is not safe. We have learned more and we know more, so we do better. So just make sure that when you're going through this, pay attention to those key things that you know are important. Then a little bit away from the science side of things, because I really do feel that so much of what we enjoy when it comes to essential oils is intuitive based. I do have this as my favorite intuitive book. It's Aromatherapy for the Healing Spirit, and it's by Gabriel Moje. He has, for a long, long time, he was the first one that wrote anything about the energetics related to essential oils. And it's a fantastic book. It can be used as a reference guide, but this is one that I frequently go back and forth to when I'm writing about essential oils and I get stuck in a place. This book really helps me. And this next book is also a great one. It's Robbie Zeck's The Blossoming Heart, and she's actually got a card deck that goes along with it now. I really like this book because it's so easy to read and it's easy to digest, and it gives you just little glimpses of how you might feel when you're using an oil, when to use an oil, when you're, working through an emotional storm, and what oil to use for that. It is fantastic for that. So both of these books are more of my intuitive books that I really work towards. I have a couple other books that lean on this, but these two happen to be my favorite. So that's really my top 5 that I have. So it's a good mix of science and a good mix of energetics. And we all know that science, as much as we love it and we hold on to it in regards to the safety aspect, it can't explain everything. That intuitive gut feeling that we get when we go to reach for an essential oil, or, just how and why it might work for one person and not another. Again, those energetics, they tend to kind of explain a little bit of it. They may be more on the anecdotal side of things, but there's always something there that not each of us can explain, as well as that feeling. So those are my books. I hope this has helped you kind of look towards what you might be. And if you have questions about different books, I have an entire library, so I could probably help you in finding other books. Anyway, I'm going to hop off and keep asking your questions. I do love answering them, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.